welcome back to another episode of Who Am I to Judge podcast. I'm Alexis.
And I am Samantha. Welcome back, everybody.
What's
Alexis, how are you today?
I'm good. My shoulders are sore, so I've been a little like,
It was
don't know.
arm day.
I don't even know. Yesterday, it was a cardio day, but yesterday she made us do this new thing I've never done. And obviously, when it's new, it hurts. But like, she put up these contraptions on the bar, and I'm like, what the fuck are those? And she's like, all right, I want you to put your elbows in it, and you like hang from your elbows.
Oh my God.
And so my like shoulders hurt now because it's like I was like hanging in a position. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm going home to Maryland tomorrow, and I'll see you on Thursday, so I'm excited about that. And I am, what else? I'm good, I guess. I'm good. WNBA season started, so I'm happy.
Yay. When did it start?
Well, the preseason started like on Saturday, and there's some games today, so I'm excited.
I really want to try to keep up this year.
You can. Like, you're right at the right time to join. What about you? How are you?
Well, we've been talking.
Day.
Yeah, today's been an annoying day. So, but right now I'm doing a little better, this week. But I can hear Mello in the background.
The funny thing is Mello's right here. That's Tonk, and the door is shut. Like,
oh my God. Hopefully I can take that out. But anyways, I am okay. I'm ready to talk. So
you're ready to talk.
I am. I got my 3 ready.
Well, I guess you should ask me.
So Alexis, I know I never be asking you anymore. You first have to say, let's
hold on. I saw the advice.
Hilarious.
Should we get to that? Let's get to it. Should we read that first?
No, that'll be like last.
Okay.
So Alexis, who is on trial? You're confusing me, and you need to say it.
So on trial is the Met Gala was yesterday. So of course we have to talk about it and talk about like our favorites. So the theme was Superfine Tailoring Black Style, a celebration of dandyism and the influence of Black style in fashion history. And this is associated with the exhibition at the Met Gala that delved into the concept of Black dandyism. So there was so many fun things because so many Black designers were featured. La Roche did so many different people's outfits, and there was just a lot of Black excellence and Black people. So of course we have to talk about it. So you can start first. Talk to us about, I told Samantha to pick like the 3 that's on her mind still today.
She made me choose 3.
What are those 3, girl?
So, okay, I do have my 3. So I am going to first say the amazing woman that basically opened up and owned the Met that night was Tiana Taylor. Like,
wow,
her outfit was...
And we'll put a picture up.
Yeah, we'll put the picture up. I mean, just perfectly done.
What did you like about it?
I mean, I just love the colors. You're going to see there's a theme. Like, I think I just really love this color. Yes. So, so I love the color. It really is like Big Daddy Harlem Renaissance. Like, I really wanted to see like suits, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
And we got a hat. We got it's just
the
so much
under the hat.
Yes, there's just so much swag. Yes, she has a cane. It says Harlem Rose on her thing. Like the big flower brooch. Like it's just perfect.
I agree. I mean, I felt like it was a consensus that she like was the best dressed.
Yes. Opened the night, opening and closing.
Do you want to go every other?
Yeah, let's go every other. Who's your first on the list?
I think Tracee Ellis Ross. I'm still thinking
Oh my God, yes.
I thought she looked amazing at the Met Gala.
Yes.
One thing I liked is that it was so her personality. Like the color, it was like popping with color. It was tailored to the nines. Like it was chunky and it was like it was hitting different angles at different parts of the pants and the bow.
The blocky pants.
Yes, it was just tailored down.
And the big bow.
And the big bow. And it was just like I don't know, the color blocking, the color again, the maroon, the pink. pink. It was like it was the hat. I loved everything about it. It was just her. It was her in Met form, you know. So I loved it.
And just pants. Like her outfit also was just absolutely amazing.
It
just
looks turn.
like
What's your number 2?
The movie star she is. My number 2, I could not stop staring at this woman, Jodie Smith-Turner.
Yes.
Turner Smith.
Turner Smith, yeah.
She does it every time for me.
She does, yeah.
But like this time, I was just like, oh my God, like from the pattern.
The pattern, but the hat.
The hat is perfectly placed on this woman's head.
The arch of it, like,
and the coat, like that
silhouette
coat is perfect. And then the pants underneath,
it gave her like a perfect
different texture. Yes, like it was like perfect, tailored perfectly. And then I love the shoes. Like it was just, and then just against her beautiful skin, like it was just perfect. 10s. Yes, and the hat was supposedly braided or something.
Really? That's even cooler. It's funny, I loved it. I feel like immediately I was like, this kind of gives me like Willy Wonka vibes. Like, you know, but it looks great on her, obviously, but she looks fantastic. It's the perfect color for her skin tone.
Like if I would have like had to choose an outfit from that night, like that would be the one that I would want to wear. Okay, your second one.
My second one, oh my God. Oh, Doechii. I love Doechii's. I just liked, I don't know, there was something about it. She wore Louis Vuitton. I loved just the little details. Like she had like the LV icon on her cheek. She had, I love the suit. It was tailored really well. I also feel like, I love that it was like shorts and the shirt in the double-breasted thing, the double-breasted suit. I don't know. It was really preppy. I feel like one thing that Doechii does is Doechii always leans into like preppy with a twist whenever she like dresses. And I feel like she kind of stayed true to that. The cigar with the afro hair. I don't know. I love Doechii's look.
Yeah, I love Doechii's look too. It was definitely very her. It still like surprised me. I didn't know what she was going to do. And I like the simplicity of it, like for her first Met. At least like at this stardom. Okay, so my third person that I just love, I'm actually gonna throw a man into the mix.
Bring them in.
Brian Tyree Henry. I love.
Let me find Brian Tyree Henry.
You know my guy. He's a big teddy.
Did I send you? Oh yes, I sent you him yesterday. Yes,
I loved him.
He killed it.
He does great every year, and yeah, I just thought he looked beautiful.
I mean, the jacket, like whatever it is, like the shawl or whatever, it's beautiful. But then you can tell that the burgundy suit is like tailored so freaking well. Yes. And the gloves, the boots.
He looks like a king.
He also looks like he lost some weight.
I know, he's so beautiful. Me and Danielle have been watching Dope Thief that he's in, and he's just so amazing. But
I'm saying this color palette is really suitable for like darker skinned Black people. Like Jodie, him, like they look beautiful in this color.
Yes.
I think my final will be, I'll have to throw it to the WNB. Yay, Jonquil Jones. She looks fantastic. This is the thing. I don't look at Jonquil as like a fashion icon. So I was very, 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 very happy. Actually, yes, very, very happy. I loved that her hair was like up. She wore a really tailored suit. But sorry, honorable mention is Mr. Melchick.
Okay, yes. Honorable mention, Mr. Melchick. I'll also have to throw an honorable mention. I know Zendaya was super like, super, you know, it was just perfect.
Like, it was very her.
Like, and classic. It's just like, even though like there was somebody else that like wore the outfit, it was just like, this is just a better comparison to show us like how good it looks.
And they both looked good, but it was just like Zendaya, where like the way she carries herself in different outfits is just with such a different level of grace.
I saw these pictures that were like, oh my God, these have to be freaking
hanging in the Louvre.
Yeah, literally. Like, she looks perfect. I was like, she has to frame these. I just want you to see these, Alexis. Like, what?
Yeah. Like, I mean, if she was not an actress, she would be a model. Like, and she would be a top model. She would be on these girls next.
I just love the nods. Like, I love that we can immediately see, you know, the Diana Ross influence and all that stuff. So,
is there anyone you wanted to ask me about? I did want to ask you about Angela Bassett. Did you like hers?
Oh
I thought she looked
amazing.
amazing.
Angela Bassett. I told
the
Danielle,
blue. She looked
I
great.
really think that Angela Bassett is like the most beautiful woman on earth. Like,
I think so too.
She is the most beautiful woman on earth. But yeah, I loved her outfit. She looked amazing. I liked I was happy to see Lauryn Hill. Like,
yes,
like
and she looked good.
She looked so good.
Yes,
I was happy
yellow.
to see. Yes, and I loved her fan was like very decorated and beautiful, and like the umbrella and the yellow. Yes, and then I did love also. I was happy to see. This is not like I loved his outfit, but Andre 3000.
Yeah, me too. It was very different. The like backpack thing he was wearing.
It was just very much, you know, black art. Like, he just came off the street.
Was there anyone that was underwhelming?
Oh yeah, I have questions for you. I mean, there definitely was people that were underwhelming. I don't even know this one girl's name, but she was like a white girl.
Megan Thee Stallion.
I know. Megan.
She looked terrible to me.
Megan, why didn't we do the pimp look? Like, this was time.
Her stylist needs to be fired.
For sure. I hope they are, honestly. I mean, a lot of, like, most of the white women, they definitely disappointed. They did not try. I did want to ask you about Rihanna. We haven't talked about Rihanna. I wanted to know what you thought about her look. Yeah. What did you think about Rihanna?
Well, congratulations, Rihanna. We see you're pregnant with baby number 3, but I knew this.
Yeah, we knew she was pregnant. We hope it's a girl.
But yeah, so get off the bed. Stand up. But no, I'm playing. Like, I love her, but I thought she looked great. I thought it was like exactly what I would expect from Rihanna. Yes. It was edgy, but it was still like to the theme. It was, I don't know,
perfectly
tailored. Like, it was fantastic.
Especially being pregnant.
I was underwhelmed by him though.
For sure. For sure. He said Rocky could have done much more. And I'm sick of saying that. And you're like hosting, like, so what are you doing? Who else? I wanted to ask you about Kim Kardashian.
She looked a mess. The corset, it's like a leather corset, but then with a hat and pants.
Danielle was like, what is this, like mob boss? Like mob wife?
She looked a mess.
I was just cracking up that she said that. I'm like, that is not terrible.
One thing, I was very like shocked by it. And the leather, I don't know, it was
not on theme.
It wasn't on theme, but it was like clear that somebody was like, I want something edgy.
But I want it to be sexy.
I know. And it's just like, girl, get over it.
Like, do something different. Like, she could have done like a vampy lip and like, you know, done like a suit. Wear a suit. If you're like, especially if you're a girly girl all the time, like, this was just such a fun opportunity to wear pants.
I agree. She looked,
you know, crazy. I'm like, you're never gonna really have this like it laid out on a platter like this to like wear pants. And so and I did really love, oh my god, we have to talk about how Ciara and her husband look so good in Future's.
I did not like Ciara's outfit.
Really? I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Smith. I liked it. Either way, she looked better than her baby daddy's ass.
Absolutely. I mean, Future, his hair. What the hell was that? It was
just needs to put them back on.
I didn't like Cardi B's either. I meant to tell you that.
Yeah, I wasn't the most impressed with hers at all, for sure.
But yeah, overall though, I feel like it was such a fun theme. Whoopi Goldberg looked amazing.
She did good. Yeah.
And I feel like,
oh my god, you know who else was a mess?
Who?
And sadly, this kind of can go into our next topic. Mary J. Blige. They were like, she looked like she got all the stuff from Forever 21.
And Gayle King looked terrible.
Oh my god!
Did you see somebody? You sent it to me. Maybe it was like she hasn't been right since she went to space. Yeah. Like, right? Like, why was she terrible?
She wearing that? I don't know, child.
Oh my god! But yes, we can. overall,
it's so
it
sad,
was a fun
Gail.
thing.
What happened to you?
I don't know, and I actually think this might be the beginning of Gail's downfall, because I'm like, we can have a whole episode about that, but yeah, she looked a mess and she just seemed off. But let's move on. On other news this week, Diddy's trial begins yesterday, right? Monday.
Yes.
And
they're
it's
starting
jury selection.
Yep. They said that he looks completely gray now.
So did you see the like color, like the pictures of the drawn pictures of him in court? From like the artist, like he has completely gray hair now, y'all. And apparently they were like, he's not getting his treatments. He's not getting, how like everybody's getting their face injected with like whale sperm and everything else in the sun to look old. It's like he has wrinkles, like he looks old.
Yes, and they're like, but they're also like, because I'm listening to all like the lawyers on TikTok, so they're just like, all of this is like, are they gonna look at him like a dirty old man? Are they gonna like have like, are they gonna have like sympathy on him of like, like, oh, this poor guy just likes to have a good time?
It would be one thing. I think that the level of abuse we're going to hear about within the parties is not going to be, it's hard to be sympathetic to abuse, especially from, I hate to say it, Black men already have so many narratives with them that like now putting on actual abuse, like I think it's going to be hard. Yes, and that's why I'm curious. I would be curious to see what this jury makeup will be at the end, because I'm assuming they're probably gonna like want a lot of Black men on if it's Diddy's people.
Yeah, people that are just sympathizers.
That people that can be sympathetic to him. And the other side probably wants a lot of women, because women can sympathize with like other women being abused at these sex parties.
I know. And I'm just so like, honestly, I've been waiting for this trial. I know,
you've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah, because I'm just like, what? Like, this is really, there's going to be some names that we are shocked to hear about. Well, I mean, I already am shocked to hear about some of them. We can talk about some of the names that came up just yesterday.
Yeah, like some of the witnesses might be Michael B. Jordan,
Kanye West, Mike Myers randomly showed up. So it's just like,
I'm sure TD Jakes' ass gonna be on there.
Oh my God, there's so many people that are like
possibly linked in. That's alleged.
Yes, and even like allegedly, but like even like Naomi Campbell, she made a statement yesterday. Like,
what did she say?
Just about not coming to the Met, like, and then also LeBron didn't come. I know she said he had an injury, but he was like, he didn't come. Like, it's just like certain people didn't come, and I'm just very interested because honestly, you guys, like, it's been definitely like eat the rich season for me. Like, I'm
Samantha, you have been radicalized this season, which I love.
I mean, I've always, I feel like, been a little bit like, rebellious and radical, but like, I really am just seeing the gross, just like in this time being in America in 2025. It's just very interesting.
But no, I agree. It's definitely eat the rich season. And I feel like it started with Luigi. Didn't I say this weeks ago? I said, I believe this is the Luigi thing kind of sparked an awakening of like, we are no longer letting these like mega rich companies or people or celebrities off the hook. We're not letting them take the easy way out. Like, and even I feel like
we are kind of, but whatever.
But I feel like it really is eat the rich season. And I think Diddy is going to be made an example of, just like R. Kelly. Like, I think Diddy is never coming out of jail. I don't think there's a way he can beat this, because I just feel like alone, I feel like one thing that is going to be hard is it might be hard to find juries that have never once heard of a rumor about Diddy or seen that Cassie tape. And I know the Cassie tape can't be admissible in the like trial right now, but
I think it is now. I
thought they ruled it that they couldn't use it. That's like the last update I read.
I think they can.
Either way, that alone will bias it. Like, it's like there's proof right there. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that like it will be hard, but whatever. America surprises me, but I really don't think Diddy has a chance, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it'll just be very interesting to see like what all comes out. So,
and the celebrities that are like, that's gonna be so interesting to see the celebrities that come into this. Like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, I know they are all. I mean, Mary J. Blige looks stressed. Okay, I mean, she always looks like she don't want to be there. But
my thing is this: you had like, it's just like, all dirt comes out in the wash. Like when you were at these parties and were around shit that got wild and was getting like illegal, do you not at all think I'll ever get caught? Especially if you go to multiple and then there's all these things coming about Diddy. Like in my mind, it's just like me as a person and my ethics. If I went to a party and found out there's girls in the other room that are drugs having sex, I would leave. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's no world I would stay. So I'm just like, what were you fucking thinking? And you didn't think that you were going to get in trouble for it? Or even just be associated with it?
I don't know, Alexis. Like, I don't know. Like, I think the higher things go up, like the more like normalized I feel like shit like that is. And crazy. You know, it's just like there's things I feel like when you get to a certain level that are like expected and accepted, sadly, and it's just yeah, so we shall see. But I do hope this is I am ready for some of these like richer people to start getting some consequences, because I just feel like they've just been playing in our face way too long, like, and I feel like especially right now, like, and just I'm always watching like documentaries and stuff, and just seeing how like artists in the past, like they had to be political, because it like they literally couldn't get into the door. They literally, they had to, and it's just
that's why to me it's a spit in their face. It's a spit in our ancestors' face who took that on and understood the cost of it to now be like, well, I don't want to be in this
party
space.
And be like, just literally turn into the white men that are owning these places. Like, it's just sad. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. We'll definitely be updating you guys, obviously.
I do maybe
have somebody on the show, maybe to talk us through it.
Ooh, maybe Julia my lawyer bae will come on and give us her 2 cents.
I would love that. We got like 8 weeks of this.
Right, give us a week by week. But I did want to see. So like, sorry, we're just all over the place, but this is how our conversations be happening. So as everyone knows, Cowboy Carter, like the tour started last week in LA. And so many things, TikTok videos have been out, and obviously we'll touch more about it once we go and see it on our Beehive Buzz. But like, what are your initial reactions to like the videos you're seeing and stuff?
We're gonna give a little taste, because obviously me and Alexis have been, sadly, you guys, we sometimes like record episodes, like we have these conversations that could be episodes like on the phone, and it's just like, damn. But hey, we gotta just be real, be friends in real life too. But I mean, I have a lot of thoughts. Like, that I have a lot of thoughts.
So, girl, speak.
I don't know. You start, Alexis.
You scared.
I'm not scared. I'm just trying to get a gather.
This is my thing.
What I'm thinking right now.
Okay. And everyone knows, like, I don't need to preface anything, because we literally have a podcast about loving Beyonce. So, it's just like, we love her. I mean, the thing is this. I mean, a Patreon. This is the thing. I was a little underwhelmed by the videos, but I don't think anyone who knows me and has listened to this podcast would be surprised. The number one thing I always say, and I said this I think probably for weeks on end, is that what I wanted from Beyonce from this concert was a full 8 count many times. I wanted a full 8 count. I'm not talking a half-assed 8 count. I'm not talking an 8 count that was planned, but she comes in for 4 counts of it. I'm talking a full 8 full out count, okay? And I didn't like the videos I'm seeing. I haven't seen it. In the videos where people are like, look, she's dancing. It's not like the dancing we know Beyonce. So I feel like it's an insult to call that dancing. And so I say that to say, I really wanted, because, Renaissance, and we were all anticipating. I mean, let me say this. Like me and Samantha, we talked about this the other day. Renaissance to me is Beyonce's best tour, production wise. Like everything was cohesive, impeccable. But I feel like when we all heard Renaissance, we were expecting dancing Beyonce to come back on that stage. When she got on the stage, we found out she had an injury, and so she didn't give that to us. So I was really anticipating that like we would then get dancing Beyonce back now that she has had time to like rehab and whatever. The videos I'm seeing, the videos I'm seeing, it doesn't look like she's giving us a full 8 count, which made me really sad because I loved, that was the thing I feel like for me with Beyonce and why I fell in love with her was that she can sing so well, but she's also doing this dancing, and she's also doing this dancing with visuals in the back. And I feel like now it's just more singing, and not that that's underwhelming. Obviously, we love to hear her sing, but it's just that I was expecting something else. I would last, and like also the movement that I'm seeing is very much like her getting carried and things like that. So to me, that's why I was a little underwhelmed. And just some of the costuming, like I was expecting the first look of her on stage, in the concert, to be a very exaggerated Western like outfit, especially on the heels of Renaissance, where she literally gave us like a fashion show every
oh my
show.
God, perfect outfit,
perfection, 10, 10, 10. So I was expecting like, especially with the promo she was showing for Cowboy Carter, where she was wearing like really crazy chaps and like really exaggerated colors, and her hair was blown out. Yes. I was expecting like, give me that. And so when I first saw her, when she came out, because of course I had to watch the live, the white outfit, of course, like she looks beautiful. Beyonce's a stunning woman. She's going to look good in a trash bag. But I was expecting a little bit more. So I feel like for me, it's just a little underwhelming on the heels of Renaissance. I'm hoping Act 3 will get, like I said, I'm hoping for the full 8 count. I'm hoping for just a little bit more of a theme. And then me and Samantha have been talking a lot. And it's just like, I was expecting like a, maybe like a juke joint, or like, I was expecting maybe like a juke joint or something like that. But
I mean, honestly, I needed a second to think because I haven't been like in that world for a second, like thinking about the tour that much. But yeah, to be honest, I'm excited to go in at the end of this month, which is crazy. But I definitely was I would have done a lot of things different, to be honest. Like I like I know that Beyonce, like I know that the performances, because of just like how exhilarating it is to see Beyonce and just be in the same room and like hear her sing and all that stuff. I guess just because, like we've talked about, like the Renaissance tour wasn't that long ago. So we've been living with Renaissance for so long that like, and the money that we've been paying, like we were expecting for a lot of new, choreography, new costuming, and new everything and new set list. And I feel like a lot of what we're getting is just like Cowboy Cardos. Yes, with Renaissance reheated nachos. Like even like the silhouettes of the outfit, it's like, okay, this is like a Renaissance outfit with like bandana print all over it. It's like, it's not anything that's like over the top and, and just in the theme.
And I just feel like it's the set list is a big thing to me. Like, it's just like, yes, I don't know how many times I have heard Diva live. I don't know how many times I have heard Single Ladies, Love on Top. Like, there's certain things where it's like she sings at every concert. But then there's certain songs I probably have not heard but once. I probably only heard fucking All Night the one time I went to Formation.
I know, and people are asking. Like I saw somebody comment like, did she sing All Night? And they were like, no, she got off stage at like 11:30 or whatever. There was like, no, like, did she sing the song? Like people
forgot about it.
People want that. Like I think that people. I was just telling Alexis, like, the first night, I feel like I could tell she was just really tired. Yes. Like, it just looked like she was having a hard time kind of like waking up, like, turning that Sasha Fierce on. And I'm sure they were up all night, whatever. Yeah. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like this is the first time, and like, this is always what I be nervous about, y'all. This is what I talk about when I'm like, I'm nervous to see, because I'm just like, is it gonna be underwhelming? And I feel like this is probably the first time. Like, I feel like, okay, dancing, I think I'm a little bit, I don't know, like, yes, I love to see Beyonce dance. I think seeing the dancers do a lot in seeing her do like what she did do at Renaissance and like what she did at the Beyonce Bowl. Like I'm like, okay, like I can live with that. So we'll see how much dancing she's doing at, you know, the tour. I guess I am just like, okay, she's getting older. One thing that is kind of like interesting is that like she is bringing so far like Blue Ivy
and Rumi every time
and Rumi out every night. I'm like, is this gonna happen every night?
And we get it, like we understand that's very generous and we're thankful.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
it was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah,
it's just funny because it's like, as like I love seeing Blue. Like we love seeing Blue. It's like I want to see Beyonce do.
I would have much rather see Beyonce do the Deja Vu choreography than Blue Ivy. That doesn't mean it wasn't good. That doesn't mean I didn't appreciate it. But what I'm saying is, I would have rather wanted to see Beyonce do
and not night after night. You know,
why not night after night? Especially if you're not gonna.
I'm just saying about Blue. I'm just saying, like, you know, she comes out and does it with her mom, like, for one night, but not every night for Deja Vu. Like it's just
maybe that's something I just need to reckon with. Is like,
and even Deja Vu, we've heard that song so many
times. My icon is getting the artist of my lifetime is getting older, and I need to just like understand that. But it's just like so sad
but
because
there
I'm
can
just
be
like
other things that make it better. Like, you know, like if you're not going to be dancing, at least have the set list be amazing and singing your ass off.
I would love to talk to her about that because it's just like, what is the anchor that keeps you being like, no, we have to sing Love on Top again, even though we sang it on the Renaissance World Tour. We have to do whatever Diva.
I'd be telling Alexis that it's because she has kids now, and those are the songs that.
But I would just want to know because I'm just like, why? Like the thing that it's just like the Hive, especially like the people like us, we have loved her since we were in like elementary school. We have every song we love.
I mean, she shows
people would go crazy if she did. If she did more than just a tease of Freakum Dress, people would go crazy if she did No Angel randomly.
The thing about it is, I have been on this hill for a long time. Like when she did Homecoming, I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, we're getting this. Like we are getting all of this. Like I was shocked and I was like, oh my God, she did a little check on it. Like, you know, and even at Renaissance, I was like, oh, did she just remix I forget which one really gagged me, like Speechless or whatever, like because I've just come to not expect those songs. And so like I have been on this, you know, mountain of just like, Beyonce, like hire me, okay? Like I will give you.
I agree.
And my thing,
and it's like you did. I'd rather die young and actually sang it. Why that song out of all? Now I'm not saying I wasn't happy to hear, but I'm just like, what made you think like this song out of my catalog? I'll give a full song to, but I won't give a full song to Sweet Dreams.
Right, but it's also like, okay, fine. I was grateful to hear Rather Die Young at
me
Renaissance.
Too, but what made you
now
pick that?
For whatever. I honestly don't care. I'm just happy that you did something different at your catalog. But what I'm saying is now for Cowboy Carter, especially in these next couple times that we see you, it's like we want to hear. Especially, I just knew with this tour we were going to get so much Lemonade, and we're not getting any Lemonade. and to be honest,
Daddy's listens. That's it.
And I'm also just like, I think about that, and I'm just like,
maybe.
Yeah, Formation. Is it because of the content of the music? Yeah, like I'm like, is it like you don't want to sing about, you know, these hurtful songs like about, I don't know. I just feel like they're fun. Like I ain't sorry. Like why
freedom? Yeah, but I get you. It's like, what happened to Sorry? What happened to fucking Don't Hurt Yourself? What happened to freaking Love Drought, bitch? Like what happened?
I think also I do think, yeah, I don't know why. I'm like, I need to maybe listen to Lemonade again because I know that like you and Simone have confirmed for me that like she is definitely what is it, censoring, you know, she's not like
she said
playing
bounce on the hit dance. What happened to 6 inch? All of these. I'm fucking pissed, dog.
6-inch hit. Like, even if you did a second of that, people would go,
she walks in the club like nobody.
And maybe she's gonna save some of those rocky ones for.
We said it last time. I just think we're not getting it. We said the same shit for this. Like, oh, she's saving it for Act 2. It's gonna be country. We're just gonna keep kicking it down the can. It's not coming. I feel like she has an affinity with some of these songs. Like, she has an affinity to it.
I think her kids love these songs right now, and she has an affinity for them. I think that, yeah, I hope that, like, I thought we were gonna get a rendition of All Night, you know, like even like a country rendition of something.
Video phone, like literally the beginning is literally sounds like an old Western movie. Like there's just so many things I'm just like, can you not sing that fast anymore? Like what is it? What is it?
I don't know, Alexis. I do feel like people, it's interesting. I was surprised at the number of people that were being kind of honest, you know, at the beginning of, you know, like after the first night. That's kind of quieted out a little bit.
I've seen that.
But I do think people were like, they were saying that like, oh, like the different wigs for each night is going to be like a different set list, and like,
and it was not.
Somebody was like a clown. They were like put like a clown face on, like thinking that they were going to get different.
Because night 3, she literally did Irreplaceable again, so it was the same set list as night 2. Like, I think what she heard. This is what I think. I think she heard in response to at night 1 that people were like, we expected the set list to be a little bit different, and then Renaissance, and we were underwhelmed. We were expecting a little more of her older catalog, so she added in Irreplaceable, Single Ladies, and whatever the third one was.
No.
And if I were a boy. And that's why I'm just like, what is the affinity with these slower ballad songs? Like, why aren't we doing?
I think those are the most. I think those are the popular as songs, and I'm like, girl, you have day one,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
you can do anything.
The end of the day, Beyonce,
you could start singing from Carmen Hip Hop, and we would all start singing.
The end of the day, Beyonce, the people that are gonna buy your perfumes, your vinyls, your t-shirts, your sacred every day, every time is the day ones, not the people who just came on and just know the radio hit. Exactly. And so it's just like, come on. And I'm like, what is up with these? Like, because I like when I saw that, I was like, I'm a little underwhelmed. It's like, okay, you're giving us Irreplaceable, and if I were like, again, these like kind of slower middle of the road songs. It's like, no, we want Check on It, Beyonce. Like, we want Beyonce who give us an 8-count jumping and singing Green Light. Like, I don't want If I Were.
And my thing again, like what I'm saying is like, I just want Check on It and Green Light. Like, even though you can't jump and do all the things, I just want you to do the little uh-oh dance and do a little something to get us into Check on It and Green Light, and that can be that. Like, because that's all. I'm just asking for a good set list. Like, you can just be cute up there and do whatever. Like, for real. And I did expect, you know, just a different look. Like, I really feel like we're just in the Renaissance, like, you know, just literally switched out some graphics and not enough stuff on stage. It's very digitalized, and I don't know, I thought it was going to be a little bit more drama with this genre.
Yeah, we're just underwhelmed, but again, I go see it on May 25th in New York.
She's just getting started. Yes, and she's just started. Like, you know, these are just thoughts of true Beehivers. Like, ask anybody in my life, they will tell you that I have loved Beyonce forever.
I mean, if you can't critique art, you don't fully appreciate it, because there has to be like something that pushes it forward, right? So it's just like there has to be something that shows you're thinking critically about it and you're not just blindly following anything. So I think this, if anything, shows that like we actually are consuming it in a level where we can think about what we like, what we dislike, and articulate it. Yeah. But I mean, we know
and I also think it's just crazy because it's really this. I feel like this era, like, this Cowboy Carter specifically, because like Renaissance, loved the tour. Like, I was not underwhelmed. Like, I was very like, oh my God, like, you went above my thoughts of what this is going to be. But like with Cowboy Carter, I love the album, but then there was the issue with the album, with my my vinyl, like, and then just like being, getting a notification every day about wanting me to buy something, and then we do buy the tickets, and it's just a little underwhelming. So I hope that we're planning to get a little more. I hope that I'm like, I need to look at the dates and be like, did they have a week break? They need to get Frank Gatson. That's what we were saying. They need to get Frank Gatson back in there, and that black lady that had the short haircut that was doing the arrangements. Okay, let's find her.
And I've even heard people critique the transitions that they like one person was like, what did he say? He was like, it was choppy city, like it was chop city, like it was just like, and I'm like, ugh. But we'll see.
I mean, I appreciate these beehivers that are being real. Like, I think that is a loving relationship when you can be real. Okay, we love you, Beyonce, but you need to get in that chair and get your hair braided.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is the last thing I'll say about it. It's like I was expecting like a total shift. Like I was expecting, the promo for Cowboy Carter Tour was that bleach blonde braids with the red lip, dyed bleach blonde eyebrows. I was expecting that exaggerated look with like a fur, maybe like shawl, some like chops, like just to come out looking like
dragging on the ground like a huge fur on the ground.
Yes, and what we got was like, honestly, what like what we've seen of her, which is like a beautiful white silhouette like type of outfit with a white hat. And I just feel like I was expecting like, it's like this would have been the time for the tour where you unveil a bunch of different type of braid hairstyles. This would have been the time where you give us big, like juicy, big curls, Dolly Parton style. Like
take us to Houston every night.
This would have been the time, but instead we're getting beautiful, like layered, like the layered bust down.
You're getting the Renaissance hair.
I don't know. I was expecting something different, but let's move for the last 15 minutes. We should talk about our new message we have.
Okay. We didn't get to talk about Sinners, but
we'll talk about it. We liked it.
Did you like it?
I loved it. It was great.
Okay. Okay, good. We have actually gotten a email to us, and guys, we asked you if you want to send us an email, if you have like a question for us. So we looked in our inbox this week and we have an email. So they said, "Hey, who am I to judge pod? Love the show. Y'all keep me sane every Wednesday." So thank you for that. Aw, so this is a listener. We love you.
We love you.
So I'm writing in because I need some advice, and I know you'll keep it real with me. Mm-hmm. I've been at my job for 3 years now, working for a minority-owned company that I genuinely respect and feel connected to. I've seen the business grow, and I've grown along with it. More responsibilities, more wins, more group chats I didn't ask to be in. But here's the thing. I'm at a point where a cost of living adjustment is the bare fucking minimum. You gotta spend money to make money, right?
Hello.
Invest in your people. I mean, with the rent, groceries, gas, everything's up but my salary. And to be honest, I feel like I've earned more than just a standard raise. I've consistently delivered, stepped up, and contributed beyond my job description. My dilemma is this. How do I bring up this in a way that's confident but not confrontational? I don't want to come off as ungrateful or like I'm giving an ultimatum, especially in a workplace that's trying to build something meaningful. But I also don't want to keep giving more without my paycheck catching up. At this point, there has to be a compromise, and I can no longer take no for an answer. So what do you all think? How do I ask for what I would deserve without being that employee? What words or strategies actually work when it comes to negotiating raises with your employee? Help. Sincerely, 30, flirty, and underpaid. So, Alexis, what are your thoughts about this?
Oh God, I feel like I'm probably the worst person to ask because I feel like literally listening to them, I'm like, damn, am I that employee? Because one thing I'll do, honey, is let a company know when they're underpaying me and why that's wrong. I feel like for me, the one thing that came to mind though is like really leaning into the high idea that like this is a minority owned business. And so I'm sure that what comes with that is different values and ethics that they want to stand by with their like product they're selling or giving or the service they're giving out. And, you know, there was a reason and intention, I'm sure, behind why they wanted it to be like minority owned. I would probably use that to say something like, I would, you know, being, I'm assuming this person's a person, like if I was in this situation, I'm a person of color, right? Being a minority, I would hope that you would also want to hold those same, you know, values and missions when it comes to how you compensate your people, you know, your minority workers, employees, yeah. And so I feel like I would start with that type of angle because I feel like that is an angle that like they are not going to disagree with. Like no one who's a minority or owned company is going to say, no, we disagree. We don't want to hold those values when we are interacting with our minority employees. So I do feel like I would start there. I like to start with things they can't disagree with. That's one I don't think they can. And so then I feel like that opens the conversation of like, you know, I would talk about, you know, like I need a raise. Like the economy is, you know, I would talk about how the economy's bad. I would also briefly, probably like a sentence. And then I would talk about like market research, like, you know, the average, you know, in 2025, this is the market rate. And so, you know, and I usually would then probably end it with something like, it is important to me to work for a company that is equitable and in all things, especially compensation. And I would hope that like your response would, you know, show that we have the same values. You know?
Yes, Alexis is very good at like you know, saying things you can't say no to, or like putting it in a way that like you kind of have to say okay. So that is good advice. The only other thing I would say is to just be that squeaky wheel, baby. Like do not worry about being that employee. Because that employee is going to be paid and getting what they need or moving on.
Right. So, they're not going to be taken advantage of, because that's one thing I've learned. You have to speak up for yourself in these situations.
They will do you dirty if you don't.
And I think that's something that I feel like, you know, teaching taught me, was that like every business will look out for their business, right? So it's like I always say, if I die today, tomorrow on LinkedIn is my post for my job, right? So it's just like, I need to move in that way. So it's just like, I should not be like, you know, catering to the company, scared about asking, because they don't give a damn.
Yes. And like literally, if you need to bring this up every Monday, like, or just like, you know, like, hey, I just wanted to, you know, follow up about this, like, be the squeaky wheel, closed mouths don't get fed. If they say no, like, you know, I'm just curious what they would do. Like, what if you did ask, you know, bi-weekly, like, hey, like what would they do? Would they then take you seriously then? So
yeah. And I feel like if a company really values, they'll find the money. Like,
yes,
that is something that I've been told and I've like seen with my own eyes. Like they always find the money, trust me. So I'm assuming in my position, if I was working for a minority company, it was a small company, I'm a good worker, I'm a Black woman, I'm sure they would want me on their staff. I just would hope that they would then be able to like, you know, accommodate my ask.
When I'm being that squeaky wheel, that is what I would be standing on that, you know, like having that be my reasoning. Like, okay, y'all really about to not be equitable?
I love that saying, be that squeaky wheel tonight. I love it. It's like very much exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Which we all have had to do.
Thank you, listener. And we want other people to continue to write to us at whoamitojudgepod@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts, because that was really fun.
Yes, and Alexis always has good advice. I always call Alexis for advice.
That's so funny. I feel like I also call you for advice.
Yes, we both do.
Though, since we do have like a couple minutes to spare, what were your thoughts on Sinners?
Absolutely loved it. It was beautiful. It had me thinking. Like, that's when I know I love movies, like when I'm thinking about it and I want to see it again. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, and then there was so many layers, there's so many things to unpack. One thing that I want to bring up that's really interesting, I'm watching this documentary on it's on Amazon Prime. It's called Black Hollywood, or Hollywood in Black or something. And they were just talking about how movies that used to come out in like at the very beginning of film, you know, with like these Black actors and stuff, they would a lot of times have these like double meanings of like, you know, the audience is laughing about, like, the white audience is laughing about this, but this is really a commentary on this. And so I feel like that is, I love when movies are like that, when it's just like, what are, like, the Black people are walking home with something very specific.
So what do you think that was for Sinners? Like, what do you think you took away versus the
just
white people?
so many things, like just so many themes about, like, you know, just capitalism and just like money and the church and you know, music and spirituality and like things that we demonize, but they're really like our gifts, and just so much. And even just like, you know, I think maybe white people could have caught on to this, but just like, you know, the vampires, those are just, you know, one enemy of ours. Like the KKK were coming in the morning. Like, we got to deal with the supernatural and, you know, other forms of racism that are like our human man, whatever. So I thought that was interesting. I just thought it was beautiful. I loved the representation of Annie. You know, I love my hoodoo and my tarot and my spirituality and ritual and stuff. So
I know, I thought about you.
So it was just cool to see her being represented and loved, and like, that was definitely the best. I thought that Michael B. Jordan looked like. I was like, okay, I can see it. I can see it. But yeah, and then it was just fun. You know, I love the party environment.
Fun. I know, I loved that too, and I feel like that was more, after watching it, I was like, this was more their juke joint like scenes were more of the lines of what I was expecting for Cowboy Carter. But no, I agree. I loved home. Yes, I loved like the showing of like 1930s like rural South. Yes. I loved like I love when people just show juke joints, and like I loved the music, the dancing. I love when people talk about blues and how it like means a lot to Black culture. It was so interesting. The zombie turn to me was like, oh, interesting. And
the vampires.
Yeah, sorry, the vampires. And I also did like the spirituality nod, all the things you're saying. I'm trying to think if there was anything different. I mean, I loved it. I remember leaving thinking, this is a beautiful film. It's going to win a lot of awards, hopefully. And even the soundtrack, like even just like the Irish songs and everything, I was like, oh, the soundtrack is so different and I like it.
Yeah, so much research. Thank you, Ryan Coogler.
It was beautifully done. And so I do think it was worth, I'm glad I saw it. And I also, I saw it with my line sister, Amani. And she was saying how like, she was like, oh yeah, like I'm actually happy there was so little promo about what it was about, that you can, because like that was exactly my thing. I came in, I was like, what the fuck is this about?
Yeah.
And it was just, I'm glad I came in not really knowing, because I was open to like all these different, you know, ways it could go.
Yes.
But I absolutely loved it. And one of my favorite characters that I was so sad to lose was the blues player that was like an older guy.
Yes, Delroy Lindo.
He was so good.
Oh my God, so good.
And he was just like
an alcoholic.
Yes, he just had good comedic relief. But also I feel like I was like, I know this person. Like this is like an uncle I've had, you know, who's like Lindo. Very personable, who's very charming, drinks too much, but is like there for you. I just loved his character a lot.
I agree, and I loved that part when he was like talking about his friends, like his pain, and then he started like singing the blues, and she's like, that's how it, like, that is really where it comes from. And I'm like, do they get that? I don't know,
because I read this book for one of the many books I read for my dissertation was called Blues Legacies, Black Feminism. It's actually by Angela, what's her name? Angela Davis. And it's all about how like the like history of the blues and the Black culture, about how it became like a way to articulate like Black women. It was a way for them to like, without getting looked at as like a hoe and shit like that, to like articulate their sexuality. And I feel like you kind of saw that in this. It was like, this is the way to like, they were using it to talk about like sex and love. And that's obviously why the like man's father was like, put the guitar down, man, you know? But I feel like Sammy drop the guitar. But I feel like it was like, I feel like I was like, wow, like I read the 300 pages of that book. You literally dropped the whole theory of it, like I feel like in this movie. Like it was just really well done. Like you said, research was clearly into it. It was just great. But
it was really beautiful. I'm gonna try to see it in the 70 millimeters because it's back out with that. And our girl Simone worked on that movie. I was so like pressed.
Shout out to Simone. Hopefully she listens to the pod now.
I was pressed to be like, oh my god, like,
same. I was so proud.
Simone is so like proud. This is a big blockbuster movie, like,
and it's just this is the level of work Simone should be doing. Like she's the smart, one of the smartest people I know. She should be doing like high quality films like this. So it was perfect.
With Black people, which is so refreshing and so beautiful. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Make sure you guys check out our website. We have a lot of good stuff there. Jupiter like knows it's time to wrap it up.
Jupiter's like, wrap it up. Look at Milla. Milla's right here too.
Jupiter's like, all right, time to go.
Well, we will see.
But yeah, make sure you guys look at our website. Go to the Patreon if you haven't listened to the last episode for Beyonce's full
it was so good
birth chart reading.
Cheyenne. You'll be y'all won't be disappointed. So please run it up
and donate to our Cash App and PayPal. We are a self-funded pod, so we love you guys and your donations. Make sure you leave us a review and share this podcast with your friends. We love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to email us your discussion topics at whoamitojudgepod@gmail.com. Also, remember to subscribe to Who Am I to Judge podcast on Spotify and everywhere you get your podcast. If you love us, please rate us and review. And if you don't, leave us alone. Tell a friend to tell a friend. See y'all next week. Bye, friends.